are back with another video. So we're going to be looking at the charts of interest for the new month of August 2022. So I'm your host, Sibo Lamini. So guys, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel, and also click the ring button so that you know when we upload another video. So remember, these videos are meant for educational purposes, not trading or investment advice. So people should not trade money they cannot afford to lose. So on the menu here today, it's the US dollar, Bitcoin, the next 100, the SPX, the German 30. I'm going to look at euro dollar, GBPUSD, and then on our South African side, it's USD ZAR, IMPALA, Platinum, ANGLO, ASHANTI, and we're going to look at TELKOM and MTN, since these two companies are maybe considering into they're going to merge, or like MTN wants to buy TELKOM. So we're just going to take a look at those charts as well. So if we move forward on the economic front, so there was a holiday in Canada on Monday, and then also in Switzerland as well there was a holiday, and then in China this data that came out, manufacturing number, and then also in the Eurozone this data that is coming out today as well, around about 9:55 today. So 10:30 as well as there is going to be data coming out from the GBP side. So if you move forward, for Tuesday, RBA interest rate decision, which was a huge number that came out today. So NZD employment change is still coming out. The Bank of England also, they're going to be announcing interest rates on Thursday, and then on Friday, since it's the first week of the month, there is the NFP. So that's just pretty much on the economic front. There's really not much to say about markets at this point, because like whatever analysis we come up with, it get disrupted some news that actually come out in the markets. But in the story of Bitcoin, in my previous videos, I have said that Bitcoin was going to recover a little bit, and then it did touch a high of 24,728. But now we've seen that Bitcoin is giving up all those gains. Looking at this current structure that is here right now, we might see Bitcoin coming back to retest this 17,800 level that it once retested. So it is just still really early to try and speculate what's going on in the crypto markets, unless you are very patient and also have a lot of money to play with the ups and downs of the market. So if we're looking at the US dollar index, which is the DXY, so on the story of the dollar index, our previous analysis, we did say that the dollar might pull back from the highs, and it did exactly that. So the dollar is actually coming to this level that is right here, this FTR candle that is right here. So this level is very important. We might actually see maybe the dollar bouncing from this level, trying to move higher. If we're looking at the S&P 500 SPX USD, the story of the SPX, it's still very much unclear, because the previous week we did see some numbers coming out from those large corporations like about Apple. They did some companies came out with positive numbers, some they were not pretty much entertaining. But we are seeing that the S&P broke off this level, so now it's actually trading above the 4,000 level. So the 4,000 level now is flipped to become support. Yes, it was a resistance level, now it has flipped to become a support level. So if the dollar might continue to pull back lower, we might actually see maybe the S&P going higher to 4,200 points there angle. So the story of the Nasdaq. So on the Nasdaq 100 side, we are seeing that the structure that we had spoken about, it is still there, and it is telling us that Nasdaq wants to push to the upside. It wants to push to the upside. The structure is just telling us that NQF wants to push to the upside. So the 13,000 level was actually touched yesterday, and now the market has pulled back. Maybe we might see then the Nasdaq retesting a 12,560 level before maybe finding some buyers here. Then it can push to 13,500 respectively. So if we move to look at the German DAX, which is the DE30. So the story of the DAX, you might actually see something that is similar here, because like these markets, they tend to follow each other. So this V play pattern, so this WE pattern, it's still here, and now the market is pulling back from there. You might actually see the German index moving higher, but in line with what these other indices are also doing. So if you're looking at the forex side, euro dollar, so by looking at euro USD, the dollar is pushing lower. So in today's market action, we're seeing that euro dollar rejected this level that was right here, which was the 1.02370 level. So we might actually see maybe euro dollar pulling lower to retest this level, which is right here, and then maybe from here euro dollar might actually push higher. And a chart that actually played out well, which we spoke about it for a couple of I think we spoke about it for a couple of days on our previous midweek connection video, and also the video that we did on Sunday, was that the structure here on GBPUSD was going higher, and it actually pushed and touched all our levels that we spoke about. If you can look at this from this head and shoulder pattern that was here, we did see that GBPUSD actually touched all the targets that we had spoken about, and then as high as the 1.2300 level. So if anybody took this trade, so shout out to you guys. So if we look at our South African ZAR, which is USD ZAR. So in South Africa, our markets, I think it's still under a lot of pressure, with also the stories that are surrounding the president and the stories that are surrounding the president and the leading party. So if we look at USD ZAR, it is still in line with what we had said previously, as to say that USDs are still really wants to push lower. Maybe if we could see it trading to this level right here. Maybe we might see the ZAR actually pushing higher. So, but at this time it is still steady. 16 rand 49 still below 16 rand 50. So if we're looking at those shares that we spoke about, IMPALA. So IMPALA Platinum, if we look at IMPALA Platinum, there has been a lot of news that have been surrounding mining companies here in South Africa. So we've seen that there was a mining week, mining in Daba, but it didn't do much as that, but rather to say that we might see miners maybe pushing higher, but not push aggressively, but a modest move higher. So if we look at Anglo Gold Ashanti, so it's Anglo Ashanti, not Anglo Gold. I made a mistake there. So we're looking at the listing that is here in South Africa. So Anglo Ashanti naye, you see markets have been ranging for some time here, but if we look closely, we might see that there might be this large structure that is right here that might tell us that miners, they do want to stage a comeback, but with the things that are surrounding the world globally, they will recover, but at just a modest pace. So if we're looking at TELKOM, which is TKG, so this government parastatal, so we might see if the deal goes through, TELKOM will trade close to the 60 bucks level, or even trade close to 70 rand if the deal goes through. But on the other hand, MTN is under some constraints, because we've seen that since the announcement of the deal, the MTN share price actually fell, but the TELKOM share price actually went a bit higher. So if we look at MTN, there is this level that is right here on MTN. So this level is a make or break on MTN. So if it starts trading below the 131 rand level, we might see MTN trading lower, maybe even going to 107 rand a share. But if this level holds, 170 might be visited, or the 203 rand level. So that's pretty much about it, guys, for today's session of our charts of interest. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel, guys. So thank you. Ngiyabonga. Absheni. I'll definitely see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.